Tezos value equivalent to 1789 rands a coin. The present cost range 1779–1842. The earlier day close 1836. The change was 0.47 to 56%. Backwards rate XDZ. Tezos cost expectation for September 2024. Before all else cost at 1761 rands. Excessive cost 21.86, while low cost 1761. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 1938. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 2043. Change for September 16%. Tezos conjecture for October 2024. Before all else cost at 2043 rands. Excessive cost 21.09, while low cost 1833. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 1989. Tezos cost figure toward the month's end 1971. Change for October 35%. Tezos cost expectation for November 2024. Initially cost at 1971 rands. Excessive cost 24.46, while low cost 1971. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 21.69. Tezos cost figure toward the month's end 22.86. Change for November 16%. Tezos figure for December 2024. Initially cost at 22.86 rands. Excessive cost 27.07, while low cost 22.86. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 24.52. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 25.30. Change for December 10.7%. Tezos cost expectation for January 2025. At the outset cost at 25.30 rands. Excessive cost 29.65, while low cost 25.30. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 26.99. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 27.71. Change for January 9.5%. Tezos conjecture for February 2025. At the outset cost at 27.71 rands. Excessive cost 29.45, while low cost 25.59. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 27.57. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 27.52. Change for February 27%. Tezos cost expectation for Walk 2025. To start with cost at 27.52 rands. Exorbitant cost 27.52, while low cost 22.61. The found the middle value of cost 25.49. Tezos cost gauge toward the month's end 24.31. Change for spring 11.7%. Tezos gauge for April 2025. To start with cost at 24.31 rands. Exorbitant cost 25.29, while low cost 21.99. They found the middle value of cost 23.81. Tezos cost estimate toward the month's end 23.64. Change for April 2.8%. Tezos cost expectation for May 2025. At the outset cost at 23.64 rands. Excessive cost 25.68, while low cost 22.32. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 23.91. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 24,000. Change for May 1.5%. Tezos estimate for June 2025. First and foremost cost at 24,000 rands. Exorbitant cost 25.04, while low cost 21.76. They found the middle value of cost 23.55. Tezos cost estimate toward the month's end 23.40. Change for June 2.5%. Tezos cost expectation for July 2025. First and foremost cost at 23.40 rands. Exorbitant cost 23.40, while low cost 20,000. They found the middle value of cost 22.8. Tezos cost estimate toward the month's end 21.50. Change for July 8.1%. Tezos estimate for August 2025. First and foremost cost at 21.50 rands. Exorbitant cost 22.03, while low cost 19.15. They found the middle value of cost 20.82. Tezos cost gauge toward the month's end 20.59. Change for August 4.2%. Tezos cost expectation for September 2025. In the first place cost at 20.59 rands. Exorbitant cost 24.74, while low cost 20.59. They found the middle value of cost 22.16. Tezos cost gauge toward the month's end 23.12. Change for September 12.3%. Tezos gauge for October 2025. In the first place cost at 23.12 rands. Exorbitant cost 28.70, while low cost 23.12. They found the middle value of cost 25.44. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 26.82. Change for October 16%. Tezos cost expectation for November 2025. At the outset cost at 26.82 rands. Excessive cost 29.16, while low cost 25.34. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 27.14. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 27.25. Change for November 16%. Tezos conjecture for December 2025. At the outset cost at 27.25 rands. Excessive cost 29.63, while low cost 25.75. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 27.58. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 27.69. Change for December 16%. Tezos cost expectation for January 2026. At the outset cost at 27.69 rands. Excessive cost 29.97, while low cost 26.05. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 27.93. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 28.1. Change for January 2%. Tezos figure for February 2026. Initially cost at 28.1 rands. Excessive cost 29.98, while low cost 26.06. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 28.2. Tezos cost gauge toward the month's end 28.2. Change for February 0%. Tezos cost expectation for Walk 2026. In the first place cost at 28.2 rands. Exorbitant cost 28.02, while low cost 23.31. The found the middle value of cost 26.10. Tezos cost gauge toward the month's end 25.06. Change for spring 10.6%. Tezos gauge for April 2026. In the first place cost at 25.06 rands. Exorbitant cost 31.10, while low cost 25.06. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 27.57. Tezos cost conjecture toward the month's end 29.07. Change for April 16%. Tezos cost expectation for May 2026. To start with cost at 29.07 rands. Exorbitant cost 31.61, while low cost 27.47. The found the middle value of cost 29.42. Tezos cost gauge toward the month's end 29.54. Change for May 16%. Tezos figure for June 2026. Before all else cost at 29.54 rands. Excessive cost 32.11, while low cost 27.91. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 29.89. Tezos cost figure toward the month's end 30.01. Change for June 16%. Tezos cost expectation for July 2026. Before all else cost at 30.01 rands. Excessive cost 32.62, while low cost 28.36. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 30.37. Tezos cost figure toward the month's end 30.49. Change for July 16%. Tezos figure for August 2026. Before all else cost at 30.49 rands. Excessive cost 32.31.